I thought we played well at both ends. I was really pleased with what we did. I thought it was 6-6 for about an hour and a half, and then I think everybody settled down, and we really got off to a pretty good flow offensively. So really, really happy with the way we rotated on defense. I thought we rebounded extremely well, and just so proud of Bree getting the Notre Dame rebounding record, beating Ruth Riley. So definitely well deserved.
Thanks.
Thank you, Coach. Please raise your hand if you want to ask a question of the student athletes, and we'll get a microphone to you. Please remember to begin your question by providing your name and media affiliation.
John Finneran from the Associated Press. Just wanted to ask the two of you, where did things start to, where did you notice that things started to pull away against Michigan State?
I think just in the second half, really. I think the first half, we were each chose trying to fill each other out. But in the second half, I thought we were able to get some stops and go on transition and have a nice lead by halftime.
Talk a little bit about the play of Jackie today, the two of you.
Well, like all season, Jackie's been amazing. Just seeing her growth from her freshman year. If I would have made a couple more layups, she could have had that triple-double probably, but just seeing her and just she can do everything on the floor for us, so I'm just so excited for her.
Enrique, any comments?
Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pete Swanson, Princeton Daily Clarion. This is for both the young ladies here, Enrique and Brianna. What's this mean to you to do this in your last home game as collegians?
Well, to win in that fashion, and, you know, for the seniors, our last home game here, but even for the season, the last home game of the season, I think that's really nice, especially going into Chicago. You know, some good teams out there, and our first game is, our game is really tough, and, you know, we got to take it day by day, but especially just to get a win like that and go into this week with practice knowing that we really played well, that's good for us.
I think it's very exciting to have our last home here. We have the best fans in the country. And luckily, we have the Sweet 16 in Chicago, so we know they're going to all travel there, and we're going to see a sea of green in the stands. And just like the past few years, they've just been so consistent supporting us, and it's just been really exciting to play here.
Hayden Adams, The Observer. Enrique, at the end of the game, we saw you on the bench yelling at Jordan to give the ball to Danielle Cosgrove for that three, and really getting excited to cheer for Butler as she was scoring. Can you just talk to us about the bench players and staying involved even when you guys are done for the night?
I think it was more, exciting than yelling, but I was, we just want everybody out there to score. We have a lot of seniors right now, so they don't get to play a lot, but they're going to be really important next year for the team. But, when they get out there and able to score and shoot, we cheer and get excited anytime they get a chance to shoot.
Bree, do you know, you've met Ruth, I'm sure, and talk a little bit about her and passing her record and maybe having a chance to get one more.
Ruth Riley is the most humble person I've met in my whole entire life, in my 22 years of existence. I haven't never met anything like, she's just so down to earth. She's so calm. She's so patient. I remember my freshman year, she used to practice with us, and man, I was struggling, but she used to always help me out in practice, just defensively, offensively. And she's someone, she always told me, like, if I ever need anything from her, I can always text her, I have her number. So just knowing, like, that Notre Dame connection, especially having it at her, and just, like, passing up her rebounds record. I didn't even know I was, like, close to it until, like, the other day. So, Ruth is such a great player, and I'm just excited to be, like, in the record books with her.
Any more questions for the student athletes, sir?
Anthony Anderson, South Bend Tribune. For both of you, I know you want to have that edge every game, but did you feel like you had more of a all-business, serious edge tonight? There were no smiles, and especially on Jackie and all of you, there was kind of almost a ruthlessness tonight. Do you see it that way or not?
No, I think we go into every game with the same mindset. I think, especially postseason, our last 4 years, we've been going in with the same mindset. So I guess maybe we didn't smile as much, but I think it was just, same mentality that we always have.
Yeah, definitely have a mentality that we want to dominate every time we step on the floor. So I don't know, maybe when we're just that focused, we just forget to smile. But I'm really excited, and Saturday, smiles or not, we're going to be focused and ready to go.
No more questions? Thank you, Brianna and Enrique.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach McGraw? And please begin with your name and affiliation.
John Finneran, Associated Press. Muffet, talk a little bit, when Jackie took that spill in the third quarter, and oh my goodness, what were you thinking going through your mind? And talk a little bit about the way she's played recently. And
I think anytime any of the starters go down, there's always a moment of everybody's holding their breath. I thought that she might have had a concussion because when she stayed down, so I wasn't sure what happened. She just got the wind knocked out of her, so she was fine. But I think it makes me want to take him out of the game immediately when we have a lead, so I can rest him up for the next game. But she's so important to our team, everything that she does. She got us off to a great start, immediately rebounded, almost had a double-double at halftime. She's just an unbelievable player.
Coach George Bashura, Shakedown of Thunder Sports. Sometimes the best stats don't show up on the stat sheet. Can you talk a little about Abby Prohaska and her way she played tonight? She seemed like she gave it all.
She always does. Abby came in, we had the week off. She came in Sunday, and she had sprained her thumb or did something to her thumb that she was going to be out for a couple of days. And then she came back from that, taped it up, and sprained an ankle. She was in a boot on I think Thursday or Friday, like the end of Thursday. So she's just, you can't keep her down. She knows that she wants to play, and she just tells the trainer that she's going to be playing. What do I have to do to get out there? She goes so hard on every possession, even at practice. She's the exact same way at practice. She's an energizer when she comes in the game. We need that energy. Sometimes when things are just a little flat, we want to put her in the game, and she's going to speed things up. And I just love that she goes so hard all the time, even if it's in the wrong direction. She just, she just recovers and then makes a big play, and she never stops working.
Thank you. Coach McGraw, Pete Swanson, Daily Clarion in Princeton. What kind of a matchup is Texas A&M, and what are your concerns about them?
Well, we played them last year in this round, and they're a great team. Their point guard, Carter Kennedy, is she's an amazing player. She was National Rookie of the Year. She's now a sophomore. I think she had 38 in their game against Marquette the other day. She can shoot it from everywhere. She also is a really good passer. They have a post player inside, Sierra Johnson, who's doing really good things for them. They have a junior college player who hit the game winner for them against Marquette. So they've got a really good team, very different from last year. I think really just one player in the starting lineup returning. So they've had a great year. I think probably have overachieved to get this far.
Muffet, in the second quarter, you had a great run. I think it was 20-1 or 19-1 with a 14-0 run in there. What were you doing well? What did you do to pull away there in the second quarter?
Well, I think our transition game got going. We were rebounding really well. We were able to get out and get in transition. I thought we were looking inside a little bit more. I thought the posts had a little more of an advantage, and we didn't take advantage of it. We were shooting a few too many threes, so I think we settled into some offense where we wanted to get the ball in the paint, and even the guards were getting it inside. So I thought our shot selection got better, our defense got better.
Hayden Adams, The Observer. So Marina's had a couple of rough games here. Is her knee still bothering her? Or do you think this is just a little bit of her working out the kinks now that she's back?
Yeah, Marina's the type of player that she needs to be in the gym every day. She wants to be in the gym every day. So for her to take 2 weeks off was really hard for her. She's almost a little impatient, and so she wanted to be back out there. So she wants to do everything well. She got to shoot a little bit, but she really hasn't gotten her wind back yet. I think she did a great job in the second half. She had 4 or 5 assists in the second half. I think she's just trying to find her way again, and we're doing so well around her that she doesn't have to score as much. So I think she didn't force anything. She just took what they gave her, and tonight. And the last game, too, was all about throwing it in the post. So I think she's done a really good job of doing what we've asked her to do.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Coach, you mentioned the point guard, and I'm wondering if that might be the Texas A&M point guard. I'm wondering if that might be Kennedy Carter. And Jackie mentioned Kennedy Carter a few minutes ago, and and said she thinks she might very well be guarding Kennedy. Is that the player you're talking about?
Yeah, she's a great player. I'm sure she was on one of the all Big 12 teams.
Guard her?
You know, we'll probably mix it up a little bit. Don't want to wear her out too much, but she generally is somebody that takes their best offensive player on the other team.
Anthony Anderson, Associated Press. After the 6-6 that you described as kind of feeling each other out, how would you rate the level of intensity over the rest of the first half, as well as comprehensively the level of play?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought we were really focused. Our intensity was up. I think we played with almost a little bit of a chip on our shoulder today. I thought defensively we were a lot more active. I thought we were a lot more aware of where the shooters were. Did a really good job on McCutcheon, who's a terrific three-point shooter. So I was really pleased with how we guarded him. And then I thought we did some really smart things defensively. You know, we were in zone. We matched up into man-to-man a couple of times just on the fly. And I thought they did a really good job of just being aware of everybody.
Yeah, I was going to say that man-to-man, you got into that early, and that seemed that about the time that you guys started to pull away.
Yeah, we did. You know, when we watched the Central Michigan State game, we thought if Michigan State wins, we'll be able to play a lot of zone, and we couldn't. So it was good that we were able to play a little bit of zone, but we really had to match up with them. They were doing some really good things offensively.